Hey all, and welcome back to Pokémon Y, where we're now going to explore Geosenge Town and find out what's going on here and why Team Flare are so interested. And why is this guy singing out loud as he wanders around? That's kind of weird, mate, just saying. Although I can't...
It's not the weirdest thing.
To be fair, I have seen stuff like this that seemed a little bit disturbing in real life. I remember back when I was in college, there was a shopping centre nearby. And I would usually have to wait in there after hours, after all these shops had shut, and just until my dad could pick me up. And I remember this one guy there, because they just leave the radio going all the time. And there was Elton John song playing, and this one guy was in there on his own, sort of dancing to himself. And that was one of the fucking weirdest things, because he didn't notice me. I just saw him
Oh right, yeah.
And
So it wasn't so much weird; it was just a bit awkward.
Oh, I mean, that lack of awareness, the fact that he is still in public and anyone could come in at any point. But no, he's still standing, he's alright. He's covered. But, yeah.
That one.
Yeah, I can't really remember exactly what happens in this part once we've looked around and stuff, so this could be interesting. So, Stephen, what have we got to talk about?
Bit difficult to say, really, because there's really not that much in Geosenge.
Not yet, at least. But yeah, I'm doing my thing of I like to show off the buildings in a new town when we get to them. And these seem to be talking about different tastes in Pokemon, whereas it seems like every fucker in this region has a Furfrou. So I guess take it for what it is. He's not going to marry the Furfrou, hopefully.
So I do have another little rant about Let's Go.
Fine.
The fact that there's no random encounter battles.
I'm not sure how I feel about that, because you can see the Pokemon you're going to battle with on the overworld, can't you?
Yeah.
And I suppose that kind of makes it more manageable. I suppose as long as they respawn enough for you to be able to use them as an effective battling spot, then that's fine. But...
Yes, but you can't battle them.
What do you mean?
You can only capture.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
So,
that is what irritates me. I'm not irritated by the fact that they appear on the overworld. I quite like that. That's interesting and different. The fact that you can't actually battle them is what irritates me.
Yeah, because you're going to be kind of strapped for grinding location, truly, aren't you?
Yeah, but capturing them is what gives you the XP.
Well, yeah, that's been a thing since Gen 6.
Yeah, I know, but now you just have to rely on that. Okay,
so how much box space are they going to give you in this fucking game if you just, capture fucking anything? It's morbid enough, the concept of going and catching Pokemon that you're not going to use and you're just taking them from their habitat and sticking them in a PC box. But when that's, rewarded, so that's, your thing that, you've got to do that to level up your own Pokemon. It's yeah...
It's like Pokemon Go, isn't it? You just call a million Dratinis constantly.
God, where are you hunting?
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's an arbitrary roadblock. I wonder why they're here. Wasn't it in... It was either Black and White or Black and White 2. There was, they're really obvious ones that... It's these guys dancing in the street and they're well, today we're dancing. Tomorrow we might not be. And it's yeah, okay, fuck off. We know you got to pad out or block off a certain section one way, but you ain't got to be so obvious about it. And yeah, I'm having another photograph taken.
Gotta get that photo of Stonehenge.
Yes, Stonehenge, you gotta have it, yeah. I'll get this camera in focus eventually, I swear. Yeah, I still can't hold the fucking 3DS still. It keeps fucking happening every fucking time.
It's artistic.
Yeah, this is just the sigh.
You did it again.
Yeah, I'm really not having any fucking luck here.
Oh my god, just wear the glasses.
That would really help a lot, wouldn't it? But no.
But then again, the size of the eyes, you might see them peeking over the edge.
Clipping through. That'd be fucking hilarious, wouldn't it?
I'll give you a tip, and this will do nothing for me in the game.
I'll give you a tip. Stop doing this! Get a better job.
Stop begging me for money. You're never going to use it.
Yeah. Oh, Christ. They're going to use the stones on Route 10, but we still don't know what for. Hopefully it involves getting a better outfit, but I don't think that's going to be the case.
Oh, yeah, here's another thing that I don't like about Let's Go. The rival.
The friendly rival.
Yes. Why is he friendly? The rival's meant to be antagonistic. You're meant to want to beat them. I mean, yes, I still want to beat them because he's too nice, but still.
Well, to be fair, this has been a thing forever now. Like, you haven't really had an arsehole rival since Gen 2.
I mean, Gen 4 sort of. I mean, Barry wasn't too bad, but at least he was antagonistic.
Yeah, sort of, but like, he was still your friend, wasn't he?
Yeah,
he still wasn't a guy just setting out to be an arsehole.
Yeah, but at least he wanted to be better than you. He was antagonistic enough that you were like, no, I'm not going to let you win.
I guess maybe, but I don't know. Like, I didn't really get that vibe from him that I got from like either Blue or Silver.
Yeah, Silver was just a bit of a moany twat.
Yeah, it's like another character called Silver.
Yes, and their secret base is really well hidden there.
No, it's just this collection of rocks. It's just there. It's a style thing. Team Flare. I don't fucking know what to make of them really, other than... At least not in this point in the game. When you get into like their actual plans and shit, then they start getting a bit darker and whatnot. But for now, they're just like... They wear fancy suits.
That's the thing, though. Their aesthetic doesn't match their goal.
No, it doesn't. Like, I suppose we can talk about this more when we meet the leader properly and find out what's going on here, but yeah, and that's another thing, like, before you find out all this, they do just, like, there's always this phase when you encounter the bad guys where they're just, like, rough hoodlums and like, that works for some teams, like Team Rocket and, I guess, Magma and Aqua. They kind of cover their ground as just, like, they're up to something bad. Whereas here, because Team Flare are, like, their gimmick is they wear fashionable suits, it's like, are we threatened by that? Is that something that's, like, intimidating to us? Or what?
Then there's Team Plasma, because, like, their first outfit, they sort of look like knights, and it's like, it implies that it's sort of a cult in a way, because of Getsis.
A little bit, yeah.
And then with Neo Plasma, there's sort of a stealth aesthetic to them, because like they're sneaking around and that.
Like, I never did play that far into Black and White 2, so I don't really remember much of what like the Neo Team Plasma's thing was about. They were like carrying on the original goal, weren't they?
Yeah, more or less, except because they couldn't get hold of Reshiram and Zekrom, they just went after Kurum to freeze the universe.
Yeah, so how did the White Reshiram, White Kurum and Black Kurum tie in?
Oh, because N still has Reshiram or Zekrom from the previous game. He shows up to thwart Getsis, but then Getsis is like, hey, you idiot, you've pretty much just fallen into my trap, and then fuses them together.
I sort of get it.
Yeah, and then you manage to beat this legendary dragon with your team.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay, so what's going on here on screen is we bumped into Karina again, and the Lucario that was sort of sniffing at us last time we met it, now it's actually having a battle with us, which, given we have Charmeleon here, it's not going to be that tough work, all things considered. And it's down. Lucario as a Pokemon, I will say I fucking love his design. I remember that was one of the earliest Gen 4 Pokemon we saw after Munchlax. I can't remember whether it was before or after Bonsly, but I do remember we saw...
I think Lucario was the same time as Bonsly, or Bonsly, however you pronounce it, because they appear in the same film.
Yeah, because that was teased alongside the film, which Lucario and the Mystery Mew, at the time we knew it by the Japanese name of the Wave Guiding Hero.
Then again, did Brock get his Bonsly in Gen 3?
No, that was Gen 4.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Gen 4. Yeah, because like they had Munchlax show up early in the anime, like outside of films, because May had one. But Brock, I seem to recall, or it might have been if he got it around Battle Frontier. I can't actually remember specifically. I know he used Sudowoodo a lot in Gen 4.
I feel like I remember seeing him carry it around in Gen 4 early on.
Yeah, like I can't remember when it was he actually caught it. Like, because like there was the other Bonsly in the film.
Yeah.
That wasn't Brock's one, and I think that was another one of them weird dubbing inconsistencies. Because I think they called it Bonsly in the film and Bonsly in the series after that. Because I guess that was one of the things from the Mystery of Mew film. That was the last proper film dubbed by 4Kids, and then Pokemon USA took it over for the Manaphy film. And God, do you remember that Manaphy film, the Pokemon Ranger film?
I don't remember disliking it.
I rewatched it about a year or so ago. It was way worse than I remembered it.
I know that the Manaphy sort of sees May as its mother in a way because it hatches in her arms.
Yeah, like that. Like the story of Manaphy and that's fine, but there's so much downtime in that film of nothing happening. It's like way worse than I remembered it being as a kid. And like there is the one scene that I think everyone remembers that I fucking love because of how stupid it is. You know, Ash and the pirate going Super Saiyan.
Oh yeah.
Like that almost makes up for the rest of it for me. But
doesn't that happen to everyone though in the film near the end? Because they all get surrounded by this Golden War.
Sort of, but yeah, it's Ash and the pirate guy we see flying. God, that was fucking stupid, wasn't it? That was also one of the big Ship Days films I remember from that particular part of the community liking that a lot, because it was towards the end when like Ash and May are swimming together and like there's the love disc surrounding them, and that was like one of the big scenes from the film. But like, yeah, there's really not that much memorable from the film other than the stupid shit, really, which not really the best sign of the film.
Solosis has a gender.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Okay, so I wonder if there's noticeable gender differences between them then.
Probably not. Not every Pokemon has a difference, otherwise that'd just be a pain in the arse to give all over 700 a unique appearance.
Well, to be fair, a lot of the ones that we do have are subtle. Like you see the Pikachu here, it's just got like a slight dip in its tail.
Well, what are the other ones? I only really know Pikachu as being the main one.
Gyarados and Magikarp have different coloured whiskers.
That's quite slight, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very slight, some of the changes.
That's
kind of big, I feel, the Pikachu tail. Like, well, you kind of notice it a bit.
Yeah.
But do we notice
That's
that
a different
because
shape.
it's Pikachu?
Well, yeah, probably, yeah.
Like, I think...
We're changing the colour of it's like making it a shiny.
Well, like,
Changing its actual
Hippowdon
appearance.
changes colour, doesn't it? And like, it's to a point where you could probably mistake the female one for a shiny the first time you see it, because it's...
female's black, I think, and the male is yellow.
Yeah, and so like that's quite a noticeable difference. And I think Wobbuffet, the female one, wears lipstick.
Yeah.
That is fucking funny, I don't care.
Isn't it the same for Whiteout as well?
Oh, why not?
I think.
Possibly, I don't know, because like, why not? I don't see much outside of that one why not to PNG picture that I keep handy whenever I need it. What do we think of Sigilif for the design?
It looks like an evolved unknown.
Yeah, this thing is kind of cool.
I've never considered that before. Like, I suppose like the design, because Unknown is a very basic design, whereas Sigilif it's got a lot more colour to it, so I hadn't really put them together. But I suppose like they've probably got similar inspirations of like the writings on the tomb, and I guess maybe they were like Unknown were the like Saxon sort of writing, whereas like Sigilif could be hieroglyphics or some shit. I don't know.
Sigilif's okay though. I mean, it benefits from having calm mind and cosmic power. So build up its special attack and special defense, and then you've got an attack that stacks with any multiplications it gets, which is what Clefable has. So
Calm Mind, I wish I'd realised how useful that could be like years back. in my most recent playthrough of Pokemon Emerald, I gave my Gardevoir Calm Mind along with Psychic, and I completely swept the Dragon guy in the Elite Four with just that one Gardevoir alone. That was fun. That was satisfying.
Extremely satisfying to do that.
It really is, yeah. Like, I can't actually remember any other times off the top of my head where I just had like a perfect strategy that worked for a particular situation, but Steve, you got any?
Not many, really. I mean, maybe... No, I can't really think of anything. I was trying to think of one, but I guess there was a time with Cradily, because that thing can be a pretty good tank.
Yeah, that has very few weaknesses, really, doesn't it? What are its weaknesses? It's got ice on it?
Yeah, because it's a grass type, so it's weak to bug. It should be weak to ground because it's a rock type, but I don't think grass is resistant to that. Weak to flying. I think it's weak to fire, so it does have a fair few weaknesses, but its defences make up for it. Plus, it's got Storm Drain as an ability. It can nullify water.
Oh, cool. So like, it's got itself completely covered, really.
And
like...
I don't know if it pulls in all water attacks to it, say like when it's in a doubles, like how Lightning Rod works. But if it does do that, that's excellent. But there's also the fact that because it's a tank, it can stall, so you can use Toxic, Leech Seed, and it's got Stockpile, so it can at least add 2.5 times to its defences.
Yeah, so like that thing is pretty fucking like the most like stally type of Pokemon that comes to my mind, not as an intentional stall, but just in that it's resistant to fucking everything. Good old Kingdra. Yeah, like before Gen 6 came about, that had one weakness, which was Dragon. And like, you're not really gonna get a proper setup to take that out. Especially like offensive Dragon type attacks in Gen 2. Like Gen 1 there wasn't any outside of Dragon Rage, which has a set thing. I think it was just Twister, wasn't it?
That's the only one that I know of at the moment, and I'm still playing through Gen 2, and it's the only one I've seen.
Have you beat Claire's Gym?
Yeah, I did. I did that ages ago. I'm currently in the Poison Gym.
Oh yeah. Have you faced the leader yet?
I accidentally did. I wanted to battle all of them, and then I accidentally ended up picking the right one on the second go. Because I assumed she was right in the middle of the gym. And then when I went for the one on the far left, it's like, no, I'm the real one. I was like, right, I'm resetting. I want to battle all of them.
Yeah. Because, I kind of get, if they've got a new leader for that, and she's got a new gimmick of everyone's, confusing each other with them, disguising and whatnot, but I never really was that big on Janine as a character, mainly because she doesn't really have much to associate her with. She does fuck all. Because Koga got his promotion to the Elite Four, and he's still not really much of a threat in the Elite Four. How did you find the Pokemon League in Gen 2?
Okay, it was a decent enough challenge, I feel.
See, I always found the Gen 2 Elite Four to be kind of weak. Outside of Lance, obviously.
I mean, I was trying to keep my team reasonably balanced in a way, so it was a little bit of a challenge to keep one out for a long while.
I guess so.
Plus, I did go with Meganium.
Oh, right, yeah, so you don't have a good starter.
No.
Well, to be fair, Meganium is okay, it's just I personally think the other two are better.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Chris, you got a favourite from that gen, starter-wise?
Yeah, Cynical.
Same, that kind of goes without saying, he is the coolest one. Although saying that, Toadol's is really cool in its own way. Feraligatr is a bulky motherfucker, isn't he?
Yeah.
Granted, you can't spell his name, but...
Plus, because of recent games, it can learn bulk up, so it can increase its attack and defense. And even though it's not fast, it's got Aqua Jet.
Oh, right, yeah.
So even though that's a weak move, you pile it up with bulk up, and you got something that can hit like a train.
So, like, it kind of covers its ground, so to say, doesn't it, really? And he's just a big bitey boy, whatever,
Yeah.
so he's fucking cool to look at design-wise.
We already know how I feel about Typhlosion.
Go on, say your damage.
I just don't really like it that much.
Now that is a wrong opinion. Like, you are objectively wrong.
It just looks meh.
Your fucking face looks meh.
There's not enough of a drastic change in its form.
Yeah, but it's better than having looking like something completely different every time.
I'd rather have it look a bit samey than have like a Samurott kind of deal where it makes no sense for it to be in the evolution line.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'm not saying Typhlosion is worse than Samurott. Far from it.
Okay, good. Because, see, Samurott's one of the things that I like the design, I would prefer it to be from a line where it makes sense to evolve from it, rather than otter to tentacle monster.
Yeah, completely different, yeah.
But tentacle monster?
Well,
what? Yeah.
It's got tentacles, really, isn't it?
What Pokemon are you thinking of?
Well, they're not really tentacles, but like it's less like a fucking otter and more like a...
It's got flippers.
Yeah, well, they're fucking tentacles.
No, they're
close
not.
enough.
They're the furthest thing.
No, they do the same fucking role. Come on.
It's got little fingers at the end, for goodness sake.
You can have fingers on tentacles.
No, because then it's not a tentacle. It's a hand on a very long arm.
Yeah, well, maybe people have tentacles this whole time. Shut up, stop being right, okay? Fuck you, you bitch.
God, you're an imbecile.
I know, but you don't have to say it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God. I don't know how I carry on from this, other than the fact that my Horlicks is finally getting some use in its flying ability. Is Mr. Mime okay there?
One dazzling gleam and it could easily take out your...
It could, but
two, I'd say.
Maybe.
Two dazzling gleams and it might be able to take out your team there.
Probably, but it's not really doing much here, is old Mr. Mime. He's just trying to get out of his little box, so...
It's just haunting when you meet it in the cave.
Oh god, that must be terrifying. Like, you can just run into him doing like his hand motions there. And,
Well, you do.
Yeah.
It's in the cave in a bit.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
It's awkward when you get double teamed.
Maybe reword that. I don't really want to get double teamed by Mr. Mimes.
Well, it happens. Yeah. Just not in the way that you probably hope.
Well, I don't hope to get spit roasted by a fucking Mr. Mime.
Okay, I wasn't saying that, but...
You were implying it. You know what you're doing.
Yes, but you have a horrid mind.
No comment. But, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, join us next time where we'll be going through the Reflection Cave. We'll see you then.